Hello everyone, welcome to Shantha Lakshmi IAS. Recently, India has added 10 new wetlands as wetlands of international importance under Ramsar Convention. So in this video, let us discuss about those 10 new Ramsar sites. So why in news? Because recently India has designated 10 new Ramsar sites under which convention? That is Ramsar Convention, which is also known as the Convention on Wetlands. So what are those 10 wetlands? And from these 10 wetlands, the 6 from Tamil Nadu and each one in Goa, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha. And what are those 10 wetlands or 10 new Ramsar sites of India? That is KOONTHANKULAM Bird Sanctuary, Gulf of Mannar, Marine Biosphere Reserve, VEMBANNUR Wetland Complex, VELLODE Bird Sanctuary, VEDHANTHANGAL Bird Sanctuary, Uday Martandapuram Bird Sanctuary, SATKOSIA Gorge, Nanda Lake, Ranganathitttu Bird Sanctuary, and SIRPUR Wetland. So these are the 10 new wetlands which were designated as the wetlands of international importance under the Ramsar Convention. And this Koonthangkulam Bird Sanctuary, Gulf of Marine, this wetland, VEMBANNUR Wetland, VELLODE Bird Sanctuary, VEDHANTHANGAL Bird Sanctuary, and Uday Martandapuram Bird Sanctuary are from Tamil Nadu. We have been told, right, the 6 from Tamil Nadu. So these 6 are from Tamil Nadu. And this Satkosia Gorge belongs to the Odisha. And this Nanda Lake of Goa. And this Ranganathitttu Biosphere Sanctuary is of Karnataka. And the SIRPUR wetland is from Madhya Pradesh. So these are the 10 new wetlands which were designated as Ramsar sites. So now let us see all those 10 new wetlands. Some details regarding those. First one is that Koonthangkulam Bird Sanctuary. It is situated in Nanguneri Taluk of Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu. So it is situated in which district? Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu. It is the largest reserve for breeding resident and migratory water birds in South India. And it is also an important bird and biodiversity area which forms a part of the Central Asian Flyway. So this Koonthangkulam Bird Sanctuary is situated in Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu, and it is also an important bird and biodiversity area which forms the part of the Central Asian Flyway. So these are some pics of this Koonthangkulam Bird Sanctuary of Tirunelveli district in Tamil Nadu. Then coming to the second Ramsar site, that is Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve. This biosphere reserve is located in the southeastern coastline of India, and it is a unique marine environment rich in biodiversity. It's a biosphere reserve, right? So that's why it is rich in biodiversity. And it was the first marine biosphere reserves in South and Southeast Asia. And it is a home to several globally important and highly threatened species like dugong, whale shark, seahorses, balanoglossus, green sea turtle, hawksbill turtle, dolphins, and sacred chunks, etc. So this Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve is rich in biodiversity, and it was the first marine biosphere reserve in South and Southeast Asia. Some of the important species of this biosphere reserve are dugong, whale shark, seahorses, balanoglossus, green sea turtle, hawksbill turtle, dolphins, and sacred chunks, and etc. These are some pics of this Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve. And coming to the third Ramsar site, that is VEMBANNUR Wetland Complex. It is also located in Tamil Nadu, and it is a human-made inland tank. It is human-made inland tank, and it also forms the southernmost tip of peninsular India. It also forms the part of the important bird and biodiversity area. The Koonthangkulam Bird Sanctuary is also recognized as the important bird and biodiversity area. Now, this VEMBANNUR Wetland Complex is also part of this important bird and biodiversity area. And this human-made tank is believed to believed to have been constructed during the Pandyan king Veeranarayana, during the time of Pandyan king Veeranarayana. And this tank and the Therakkal canal, which were designed to take water from the river Pelayar for irrigation purposes. Along this Vembanur wetland, along with this Therakkal canal, were designed to take water from this river Periyar for irrigation purposes. And this river Periyar and Vembanur wetland collects the entire drainage of the valley and irrigates a substantial part of this Nanchilvadu area of Tamil Nadu. So, Vembanur Wetland Complex is an human-made inland tank located in Tamil Nadu. It also forms the part of important bird and biodiversity area. It is believed to have been constructed during the Pandyan king Veeranarayana. It draws its water from the river Palayar. Palayar. This is the pic of this Vembanur Wetland Complex. And moving to the fourth Ramsar site, that is VELLODE Bird Sanctuary. It is located in the Vadamugam VELLODE village of this Perundarai Taluk, located in the Erode district of Tamil Nadu. So, in which district this VELLODE Bird Sanctuary is situated? In Erode district of Tamil Nadu. And provincially, it was known as the Periyakulam area, which is one of the 141 prioritized wetlands in this Tamil Nadu. And this also forms the part of this Central Asian Flyway. So this VELLODE Bird Sanctuary is located in Erode district in Tamil Nadu. It is provincially known as Periyakulam area. It also forms as the part of the Central Asian Flyway. These are some pics of this VELLODE Bird Sanctuary in Erode district of Tamil Nadu. And moving to the fifth one, that is VEDHANTHANGAL Bird Sanctuary. And it is one of the oldest bird protected areas located in Madurantagam Taluk of Chengalpattu district of Tamil Nadu. It is recognized internationally as an important bird and biodiversity area, and it is a freshwater lake. It is a freshwater lake and it belongs to the Coromandel coast of province. So this VEDHANTHANGAL Bird Sanctuary is one of the oldest bird protected areas located in the Chengalpattu district of Tamil Nadu. It forms the part of important bird and biodiversity area and it is a freshwater lake. This is the VEDHANTHANGAL Bird Sanctuary. And moving to the sixth one, that is Udayamarthandapuram Bird Sanctuary. It is also from Tiruvarur district of Tamil Nadu. And it is an important staging and breeding ground for several species of these water birds. And the notable species observed at this site are Oriental darter, glossy ipis, heron and Eurasian spoonbill. And it stores floodwaters during monsoon overflows and maintains surface flow during drier periods. This is regarding the Udayamarthandapuram Bird Sanctuary, which is located in Tiruvarur district of Tamil Nadu. And it is an important breeding ground for several species of these water birds. And moving to so these are some pics related to this Udayamarthandapuram Bird Sanctuary. So these are the water birds. And moving to the seventh one, that is SATKOSIA Gorge. And this SATKOSIA goes spread along the magnificent gorge over the mighty river Mahanadi in Odisha state. So this SATKOSIA Gorge is located on which river? That is Mahanadi river in Odisha state. And it is the meeting point of two biogeographic regions of India. So what are those two biogeographic regions? That is the Deccan Peninsula and the Eastern Ghats. So these two, and this SATKOSIA Gorge is the meeting point of these two, that is Deccan Peninsula and the Eastern Ghats. That is therefore contributing immense biodiversity. And it is a mosaic of marshes as well as evergreen forest also. And the forest of these catchments play a vital role in the prevention of gorge siltation. And this SATKOSIA Gorge helps in maintaining a specific desirable depth of water, which is crucial for the endangered gharial population and spanning of commercially important carp species. So the SATKOSIA Gorge is located on Mahanadi River in Odisha, and it is the meeting point of two main biogeographic regions, that is the Deccan Peninsula and the Eastern Ghats, and it's a mosaic of marshes and the evergreen forest. So these are the two peaks of the SATKOSIA Gorge in Odisha on Mahanadi River. And coming to the eighth one, that is the Nanda Lake. This lake is situated in the Goa state, and it is considered to be critically significant for its ecosystem services as well as biodiversity values for the local communities and society at large. And the majority of this area is intermittent freshwater marshes that lie adjacent to one of the major rivulets of this Zuari River. So majority of this lake lies to the adjacent to this major rivulets of this Zuari River. So this Nanda Lake is situated in Goa state, and major part of its lies to the adjacent to this Zuari River. So these are the two peaks of this Nanda Lake, which is situated in Goa. And coming to the next one, that is Ranganathitttu Bird Sanctuary. It is located in Mandya district of the Karnataka state, and it is recognized as one of the important bird areas by the Bombay Natural History and Society. And this Ranganathitttu Bird Sanctuary supports several threatened taxa, which include 2 critically endangered species of fishes and 6 endangered species, that is 1 bird, 4 fishes and 1 frog, and 9 species of vulnerable species, that is 1 mammal, 1 reptile, 5 birds and 2 fishes. So this Ranganathitttu Bird Sanctuary is located in which state? That is Karnataka, also part of the important bird areas, and it supports the critically endangered species, and also the vulnerable species. So these are 2 peaks of this Ranganathitttu Bird Sanctuary of this Karnataka. And coming to the next one, that is the SIRPUR wetland. This SIRPUR wetland is located in Indore in the Madhya Pradesh state, and it is an important nesting place for terrestrial as well as aquatic, migratory and residential birds also. So it is an important nesting place for terrestrial and aquatic along with migratory and residential birds also. The SIRPUR wetland is located in the Madhya Pradesh state. These are some pics of the SIRPUR wetland of Madhya Pradesh. So what are those 10 Ramsar sites, new Ramsar sites? Let's have a recap of these 10. Quick recap. So this is KOONTHANKULAM Bird Sanctuary of Tamil Nadu, Gulf of Mannar Marine Biosphere Reserve of Tamil Nadu, VEMBANNUR Wetland Complex of Tamil Nadu, VELLODE Bird Sanctuary of Tamil Nadu, VEDHANTHANGAL Bird Sanctuary of Tamil Nadu, Udayamartandapuram Bird Sanctuary of Tamil Nadu, SATKOSIA Gorge of Odisha, Nanda Lake of Goa, Ranganathitttu Bird Sanctuary of Karnataka, and final one is the SIRPUR wetland of Madhya Pradesh. So these are the 10 new Ramsar sites which were added recently. And before this, 5 other Ramsar sites added in this 2022 only. So what were those 5 other Ramsar sites? That is Karikali Bird Sanctuary of Tamil Nadu, Pallikaranai Marsh Reserve Forest of Tamil Nadu, and Pishavaram Mangrove Reserve Forest of Tamil Nadu. Also, Sakya Sagar Lake of Madhya Pradesh and the Pala wetlands from this Mizoram. So these were the 5 new wetlands which were added in 2022 only. So how many new Ramsar sites were added in 2022 means? That is 15 new Ramsar sites were added in the year 2022. So regarding these 5, there is a video. Please look at that to have a comprehensive look of these 5 Ramsar sites. And moving forward, now coming to the Ramsar Convention. So what is this Ramsar Convention? This Ramsar Convention on Wetlands is an international treaty for For what's the purpose of this convention? Conservation and sustainable use of these wetlands. So what's the purpose? It's to conserve and to sustainable use of this wetlands. It's also known as the Convention on Wetlands. And this Ramsar is named after the city of Ramsar in Iran, where it was signed on 2nd of February in 1971. And this 2nd February has some significance. That is, the 2nd of February is celebrated as the World Wetlands Day every year. And how many parties and how many nations are parties to this convention? That is 171 nations are parties to this Ramsar Convention. So what is the purpose of this Ramsar Convention? That is the conservation and sustainable use of wetland, also known as the Convention on Wetlands. And it was signed in 1971 year. And how many members are there? 171. And second is the 2nd of February is the World Wetlands Day. And this Ramsar Convention has 3 pillars. That means the contracting parties or the nations which sign this convention has to follow these 3 pillars. What are those pillars? We'll see that now. The contracting parties commit to work towards the wise use of all their wetlands through national policies and legislation, management actions, and public education. And the second pillar is that to designate suitable wetlands for the list of wetlands of international importance, also to ensure their effective management. And what's the third pillar? That is to cooperate internationally on transboundary wetlands, shared wetland system, shared spaces, and development projects which may affect the wetlands. So what are the 3 pillars of this convention? That is Ramsar Convention. That is to work towards the wise use of all their wetlands and designate suitable wetlands in this Ramsar Convention, and also to cooperate internationally for the transboundary wetlands, etc. And then moving forward, coming to the Ramsar sites. So what are these Ramsar sites? When a country accedes to this convention, then that country must designate at least one wetland. So this is the condition. If a country joins this Ramsar Convention, it must designate at least one, minimum one, as the wetland, minimum one wetland as the wetland of international importance. And the inclusion of a Ramsar site in the list embodies the government's commitment to take the steps necessary to ensure that its ecological character is maintained. And what was the world's first site which was added in Ramsar site? That is this Quebec Peninsula in Australia, which was designated in 1974. This Ramsar Convention was signed in 1971, and after 3 years, the first wetland, that is the Quebec Peninsula in Australia, was designated as this Ramsar site in the year 1974. And the countries with the most Ramsar sites are the United Kingdom with the number 175 wetlands or Ramsar sites, and Mexico. And after this United Kingdom comes the Mexico with 142 Ramsar sites. Right? Bolivia has the largest area under this Ramsar protection. So what was the first site that was added in Ramsar Convention? That is the Quebec Peninsula in Australia in the year 1974. And which countries has the most Ramsar sites? That is the United Kingdom with 175. Then comes the Mexico with 142. And which nation has the largest area under this Ramsar protection? That is this Bolivia nation. So these are some facts regarding this World Ramsar sites. And coming to the India's Ramsar sites, and India signed this Ramsar Convention in the year 1982. And how many Ramsar sites are there as of 2022? That is 64. In 2021, there were 49 Ramsar sites. Now, in 2022, along with this 10 plus 5, 15 were added. So, total 64 Ramsar sites are there as of 2022. And what was the first Ramsar site of India? That is Chilika Lake of Odisha and Keoladeva National Park of Rajasthan. And which is the largest Ramsar site of India? That is Sundarbans, which is located in the West Bengal. And which is the smallest Ramsar site of India? That is Renuka wetland of Himachal Pradesh. And which state has the more number of Ramsar sites? That is the Uttar Pradesh with 10 Ramsar sites. So India signed this Ramsar Convention in the year 1982, and as of 2022, India has 64 Ramsar sites. The first Ramsar sites of India were Chilika Lake and Keoladeva National Park, and the largest Ramsar site is Sundarbans of West Bengal. Smallest is Renuka wetland of Himachal Pradesh, and the state with more number of Ramsar sites are Uttar Pradesh. That is 10 Ramsar site. And after this, Punjab has the largest number, that is 6 Ramsar sites. So with this, we'll end this session here. If you like, please like and share. Thank you.